Titans Ed here, back to do another video review. Going to be reviewing some pop vinyls today. I picked up 2 today while I was out shopping about. The first one is Teen Titans Go! Raven. Yeah, while I am still always going to be a huge fan of Raven from the original Teen Titans cartoon series that I grew up on back in the early 2000s, I am not a fan of Teen Titans Go! I find it to be very awful, in my opinion, and a big slap to the face of any true fan of the Teen Titans, original Teen Titans TV series it's based on. With that said, I still think this is a cool pop vinyl to get your hands on, because it is Raven. So, yeah. Despite it being based on Teen Titans Go!, it's still pretty awesome. Mine's did come with, unfortunately, a little bit of a nick on her hand. I didn't notice until I was in checkout, and there was no way in hell I was going to get out of line because the line had grown to way too long for me to get out and grab another one, so I figured I'll just live with it. Yeah, apparently this is part of a lot of Toys R Us exclusive versions of Raven being released, because I also picked up an orange version. There's also a pink version, a very grayed out pink version, and a red version, which are, I think, based on the original Teen Titans episode Mirror Mirror, where we see Raven's emotions in different colors. And so far, the only colors I haven't seen are the white Raven, which is her in like a purified form, as well as the, I think, army green cloaked Raven, which is sort of like her, you know, hardcore military attitude. Very interesting. But yeah, also, the weird thing is, the packaging says glow in the dark. And as far as I can tell, nothing on her actually glows. I don't feel anything that feels like glow-in-the-dark paint, unless they found a way to make purple glow-in-the-dark paint for her hood and cape, but nothing on here actually feels like glow-in-the-dark paint. So I'm not sure what part of her is supposed to glow in the dark, but what you're going to do. Now, there is one other I picked up, and he's a big one. I'm going to have to readjust the camera. Boom! Yes! Titanfall 2's BT with Pilot Jack, and Jack is in the Titan. Yes! When I first saw these on Big Bad Toy Store, I'm thinking, oh yes, yes. The one thing I think Pop Vinyl has been seriously lacking in is giant robots. While I do have a Gigantor and a Voltron, I really wanted one of those in the giant Pop Vinyl form. And the only other one I can think of right now would be Baymax from Big Hero 6, and while he's cool, I wouldn't really call him a giant robot. This, on the other hand, yes. Now, I did pick this one up from Hot Topic, and it was a wee bit expensive, but I think it was worth it. I am looking to pick up the other ones, probably from Amazon. So, but this is still just a tiny bit awesome. Now, this is, as far as I know, the only Pop Vinyl that has an action feature. In this case, opening doors that reveal the pilot, Jack, the main character that you play as in the single-player mode of Titanfall 2. Just try to pull him out of here. It's a little hard to get out. Not a bad little Pop Vinyl. I think he's just a little bit... He might be the same size, but I think he's just a little bigger than the Pop Vinyl keychains. Well, let me refocus. There we go, a little better. I think he's just a little bit bigger than them. He might be the same size. I'm not sure. I don't actually own any of the Pop Vinyl keychains. But yeah, this is a tiny bit awesome. I love how much detail they put on, just on this little guy. They didn't have to put that much detail on him, and they did. They packed him full of detail. And yeah, he can just sit right now. My one complaint probably about this is I kind of wish, if nothing else, there was some kind of, like, I don't know, friction piece that the feet could slide into that would hold the pilot in place, because he's just loose in there. As you can see, he just bounces around. There's nothing really holding him in place. But yeah, oh my god, this looks great. Look at the detail. This one. This is a tiny bit awesome. I mean, they even have the 3 thrusters. They have everything. The only thing I think this particular pop could have used more of was a gun in one of the hands, instead of just having, just standing there. But still, that's pretty freaking awesome. Now, I don't know if this is indicative of all the copies, or if this is just mine being a little messed up. But when I first got it, I could not open this door. It felt stuck, and it was the kind of stuck I was familiar with some of the other action figures I've picked up over time, where it was assembled with the paint still a little bit wet. Now, if this happens to you, try to take an X-Acto knife or a box cutter blade and try to get it in there and kind of just wedge the blade in there. It'll separate the paint from the hinge on the paint away from the body, and it'll allow you to open the door. And for me, all I did was, if I can zoom it in here, if you can see that little blotch, I scratched off a little of the paint, and now the hinge works fine. But yeah, that was my only problem. Other than that, this makes me really want an actual Titanfall action figure of this character now. That posable action figure. But hopefully, I'm hoping that Mega Bloks, aka Mega Construx, they've changed the name for some reason, will actually get the rights to make buildable figures of these guys, because yeah, the K'NEX one for Titanfall 1 sucked. So, but yeah, I really love both these, and I'm glad I picked them up today. I definitely recommend both of them if you're a fan of either Titanfall or Teen Titans. While I know this one's Teen Titans Go, and a lot of people hate that, I myself included, it's probably the closest and easiest way we're going to get an actual Raven pop vinyl. So go ahead and at least, like I said, they have the original version plus some other of her emotions in different colors. So go out to Toys R Us and pick up at least one. Maybe they'll see that they'll see, Raven's a popular character, and they'll make some other versions of Raven from different, like, comic books and other in the Teen Titans versus Justice League Raven as well. But oh well. As for this, I'm really excited. I love giant robots, and this thing is just freaking awesome. I'm glad they made it, and I am going to try to pick up the other ones, and I'll review them at a later date. So until next time, this is Titan Zed saying I'll see ya when I see ya.